Good evening and welcome to Sing to the King Gospel Artist Showcase, where God's minstrels showcase their gifts and their talents to the world. I am so excited this evening because I have with me one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. She may not know she's one of my favorite, but she is, and it's none other than Ruby Bond. Hi, Ruby.
Hi, Ginger. How are you?
I'm good. I finally got you here.
Yes.
I cannot believe it. In the flesh, live and in living color.
I'm so honored and humbled.
Oh, Ruby Fitness Trainer Bond. She is the ultimate trainer. If you want to get your body straight, if you want to get your spirit right, if you want to know what you need to eat, then you need to be talking to her, because I'm telling you, look at her. She not only does she talk the talk, but she walks the walk.
Thank you.
She is with This and That Fitness. Ruby, I'm picking at you, but I really am. I'm so glad that you're here. I mean, I'm glad that you're here on a number of levels. You know, one of the things that's near and dear to my heart is the fitness of the body, because when our bodies are fit, we're less apt to take on diseases.
That's very true.
But I want to know, what was it that, because you eat, sleep, drink, fitness.
I do. What was it that brought me here? I guess it really starts with home. You know, my parents. My mom and dad had us outside playing softball, running from the time that I can remember.
Yes.
So it just carried over through school, you know, and even when I went into the military. And once I got out, I still worked hard. And people would see me working out and ask me, was I a trainer? And I said, no. And they was like, well, you should be. And that's how it grew.
Yeah, because you're passionate about it. It's so natural for you. Even, you know, we were at lunch together a few weeks ago, and you're sitting there, well, you know, you don't need to eat that, and you don't need to do that, and you don't need to do that, and you don't need to. And I'm looking like, okay, can I eat my food, please?
I know.
No,
I feel so bad because I do. I look at everything because it's so important about what you eat. And whatever you eat is going to show on your body.
Right.
So I always say, just think about that. When you eat bread, it's going to show somewhere on your body. You drink the water, it's going to flush you through. You have your fruit. Everything is balanced, though, because you still need your fat, your carbs, and your protein. You need a healthy balance. And that's the thing. And people get confused with, well, I don't eat carbs. Well, you do need your carbs. You do need your fat. You do need your protein. But you don't need as much. You know, serving sizes. Eat on a saucer and not the big plate.
You see what I mean? She slipped right into that thing. Did you see that?
And I guess the other thing that brought me into the fitness arena was church. You know, one day I was at church and a lady was sitting next to me and she was having a hard time breathing. You know, I'm in the Catholic faith, so, you know, we stand and kneel, and she couldn't kneel. You know, so I talked to her after church, and, you know, I told her, I was like, you know what, I'll be more than willing to help you. You know, if you want to learn how to get up and down, it's simple exercises, and that'll be for our next segment. Some simple exercises to do.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was just like every sermon has a message, and this particular Sunday, you know, the pastor was talking on your passion. Do your passion. God gives everybody a gift. What's your gift? Are you using it? And just a few weeks ago, a friend of mine took me to church with him, and the pastor was saying the same thing. What's your gift?
What's your gift?
Are you using your gift? And I can honestly say that what God has blessed me with, I'm using it because I love it.
You do, and like I said, it's so natural. And I was talking about when we were at lunch, and you would, you know, I'd go to get something on my, and you don't just say, you know, you shouldn't eat that. You give a reason why, that makes so much sense that it convicts you, because it makes you then watch. Yes. What you're eating, and you understand why you're eating what you're eating.
And that's why I do it. I just don't say, don't eat this, don't eat that.
Right.
Hence the name of This and That Fitness, a little bit of this and a little bit of that goes a long way. So it's so important to understand why. You know, it's important to say you can have the chicken, but don't fry it. Grill it. Take the skin off. It's okay to have your potatoes. Just don't saturate it with butter. Add a little pepper, right?
I'm gonna kick you off the set.
It's okay to have, you know, different types of food. Just cook it differently. Start thinking differently. It has to be a lifestyle. Just can't be for the moment. You just can't do it, oh, I want to lose 5 pounds. Because you can lose the 5 pounds, but will you feel better? You'll feel better when you start eating right and putting the right things in your body.
Yes. I love it. I love it. But again, you know, I was saying that you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk.
Yes.
And, you know, when I look at you, your skin is glowing.
Thank you.
And, you know, you can put on any outfit you want because, you know, your body is fit and you just look cute in everything
Oh,
that
you're
you
so
wear.
kind.
I'm just telling you the truth. But
Yes.
but when I look at you, you look like fitness.
Yeah, thank you.
You really honestly
Thank
do.
you.
And it's like if I go to get my hair done and the hairstylist's hair is all over her head, I'm going to be looking like, okay, now do I really want her to do my hair?
Yes.
But when I'm looking for somebody that does fitness, then I want somebody to look like what they're telling me that I can look like.
Exactly.
And you're that person.
All right, thank you.
And I'm excited too because I'm doing a conference in May, May the 24th, 2014. And
I'll
the
be
conference is I didn't come here for that. Okay? And this and that fitness will be there, and so I'm really excited that you all are joining us.
Yes.
I want you all to get registered. You can go to GingerOnSax.com and get registered because, you know, this is just one of the many people that I'm going to have there, but I guarantee you that you will walk away with something from Ruby that can change your life or that could ultimately save your life.
Yeah, that's it. I
Yes.
mean, that's so important. Is understanding why you need to do it. I mean, we are all getting older, and that was one of the things. I even struggled with my weight. You know, I struggled with it because I still wanted to eat like I did when I was 30. Then when I turned 40, I wanted to eat the same way. And now I'm 50, I really have to watch my intake.
Does she look 50? I mean, does she look 50?
Thank you. So now I'm really having to watch. So I eat more of greens. I eat more. I love kale. I love, you know, collard greens. I love spinach. I love salads. Just do more of that. Boiled eggs, no yolk. So I really do watch what I eat. It's a part of my lifestyle now.
Right.
And I just want everybody to understand that you can still enjoy so many great foods out here to eat, and you can get full. You know, you just don't have to, you know, go to the pasta place and eat all of that pasta because it will sit right, you know, in your belly.
And you know, Ruby, it's, the thing too is when we were growing up, our parents had gardens.
Yes.
And we ate straight from the garden. So a lot of the preserved foods that we're now eating, it was non-existent to us.
Exactly.
I mean, we even went out in the garden and helped them pick
That's
the,
right.
the vegetables out of the garden. So, and even, I'm really kind of dating myself and letting y'all know just what a country girl I am. But even the chickens, they raised their chickens and you know, we ate chickens. We knew what we were eating.
Exactly.
We knew what the chickens were eating, and we knew what we were eating.
Right, and it makes a big difference.
Yes.
It makes a huge difference. And again, bringing up the childhood. Look how often we were outside.
Yes.
You know, the kids today don't go outside.
Running and
you know,
playing
and
having
speaking
fun
of the
together.
kids, you know, obesity. You know, so I do have a kids program as well. You know, my fitness partner and I just got certified to teach Zumba for kids.
Ooh.
Zumba toning, Zumba Gold. Gold doesn't mean old. Gold is just for people that don't want the really fast Zumba.
Right.
You know, so I teach, you know, all over the place. I teach at Prince George's Community College, so you can find me anywhere for 40 plus.
Yes.
You know, weight and strength training, total body. Teach at Kettering.
Yes.
I teach at Goodluck.
Yes.
I teach at Forestville.
She's on her way to teach this evening. She's serious about this thing. She is changing people's lives.
That's right. I'm in La Plata, and I'm also at American University, where I just got hired there to teach just for the staff and the faculty.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so it's really important. So now staff and employers are really beginning to bring the fitness back into the workplace.
Exactly.
So it's important.
Because if the employee is fit, then they're less likely to get sick.
off, right.
It costs them less money to put that program in place than
That's
it
right.
costs for them to pay for the health care and the insurance.
Exactly.
And the medical bills that they're having to pay for
That's
through
right.
the insurance.
And that's so true.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes.
And I make all of my classes fun. Even when I preach about fitness, it's still fun because you end up laughing.
It is. It really
You
is.
do. So I make it fun so that you can like enjoy the workout and then say, you know what, I can cut back. You know, let me eat a bigger salad tonight. Let me drink more water. And that's another thing people think about water. It's like, well, I had 2 glasses today. Well, I always recommend, and everybody has different standards. So and it also depends on your body type, whether or not you have any health issues. So I always say consult with your doctor, even though I may say something, always consult with your doctor. However, I always say you should drink at least 50% of your body weight in water, you know, or some type of fluid. And even if you're drinking juice, like everybody has the misunderstanding about juice. Well, I drink juice. I drink 100% juice. Well, you know, 8 ounces of juice is almost 38 grams of sugar. And guess how many teaspoons of that is ginger? Ooh. It's almost 9 teaspoons of sugar. Ooh. I know. I know all of that stuff. I know. I love fitness. So, and it's so important. And when I show people 8 ounces and I bring out the packets of sugar, then they say,
it hits home.
Wow,
yes,
I didn't know this. And even with soda, you know, a person say, well, I only drink, you know, 1 bottle. Well, are you drinking 8 ounces, 16, or the big 20 ounce? Because if you look on the back of that bottle, it says 3 servings. You times that by the amount of grams of sugar, and you're drinking almost 120 grams of sugar. You know, dividing that by 4,
right,
is almost 30 teaspoons of sugar.
I told y'all she's a little genius. She lives, she breathes this, she breathes it.
But it's so important. If you see it, then you'll believe it.
And when you're when you're working with somebody in an area, you want somebody that knows their field, that knows what they're talking about, that knows what they're doing. And you know, you're talking about sodas. And in 2000, I was diagnosed with lupus, and I was a sick child. That's all I know to say. Yes. But at that time, I was drinking easily 6 to 8 sodas a day.
Wow.
And so I decided to start streamlining, looking at what I was doing and what I was eating and I altered my diet, and I practically took the sodas out of my diet. In fact, now I might drink a brown soda every now and then, but for the most part, I try not to drink them at all, because what I realized was that I was poisoning my system.
Yes.
And so I share with people, if that can or that bottle had poison written on it, you wouldn't drink it. And you really need to think about that before you start drinking it in excess, because it really is poison in your system.
That's right. And we also, speaking of your body, you also have to pay attention to it. Your body will talk to you. You just have to listen.
Yes, Lord.
You have to listen. 5 years ago, when I put on some weight, like I said, that fight is there. So it's always there with the fitness professionals as well. Went to the doctor because my knee was really bothering me. Got an MRI. Went back, got the results read to me, and my doctor said, by this time next year, you won't be walking.
Oof, the devil is a liar.
Well, we won't be walking. So I was just like, no way. God didn't tell me that he wanted me to be on a path to make people healthy and happy for me not to be able to walk next year. You know, there's no way that I could accept it. So I started, you know, changing my eating habits. Yes. Started losing the weight, started walking because I couldn't run, because it really was that painful. Yes. I could not run. And then the following year, I was running. Went back to get the x-rays, and my knee hadn't changed.
Wow. Yeah. So you think you could work a miracle with me and get me to the point that I could run?
First it starts here and then here. And a lot of prayer, but we can get you there. And one of the things that I will always say about Ruby is I don't make promises, but I am here to help you.
I said work a miracle. But
I
Ruby,
am here to help you.
If people want to reach you, how do they reach you?
My email, rubyfitness@gmail.com.
Okay.
And thisandthatfitness.com, www.thisandthatfitness.com.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, I want to shift gears a little bit. I want to shift gears just a little bit.
Oh, goodness.
God blessed me to be able to do the show to showcase artists, to showcase people, to showcase people's gifts.
Yes.
And one of the things that I'm passionate about is I think that when I say this all the time, if you're treating the people in your house, the people outside of your house, better than you're treating the people in your house, there's a problem.
Yes.
And so what I've been trying to do in the past few months, and it's been not that easy, is to not only showcase other people, but to showcase my family.
Yes.
Because our family is so gifted and talented. I mean, I know that a lot of families are, but we really have some dynamic individuals in our family. And And that was why I kept trying to get you to come, because it's important to me that I'm treating my family, the people inside, as well as I'm treating the people outside.
Yes, and I appreciate it.
And so it's blessed me that you're here today.
Yes.
Because you've always been, I'm serious, always been one of my favorite people.
Oh, thank you, Ginger.
I know your story because I've watched so much of your story. I know a lot of the things that you've come through.
Yes.
And one of the things that I love about you so much is that it does not matter what happens. You keep moving.
Yes.
You know, you have crazy faith like I do.
Yes.
You just,
I love God.
Yes. And so you, no matter what the situation or the circumstance is, you turn it over to God, and you, even though it's hard while you're in it,
yes,
you keep stepping through it.
You're going to make me cry
now. It's okay. You can cry. You won't be the first one. We'll be crying together. But no, seriously. And you're the person who, when everybody else is upset, you're upholding, you're keeping everybody else lifted up. You're trying to make sure that things are happening the way that they need to be happening. People can be sitting in the room broke down crying, and you're walking around, even you might have a little tear in your eye, but you're still making sure that everybody is being served and that everything is being facilitated and that, you know, people are getting the help that they need.
Yes.
And I admire that about you.
Thank you.
I really do admire that.
And I would have to say that's another gift.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I come from a family of 9. I'm the third girl after 2 girls and two brothers, you know. So
yes.
I think I got that, I want to be like my big sisters. I want to be like my big brothers. So I think I've always just wanted to do that, just to show them that I could. And then it just became a part of my life. It became a part of my lifestyle to do that.
Yes.
I think that has a lot to do with it. And then watching my parents, you know, they're just so, you know, they're just so powerful too. You know,
yes,
so I get
a
lot of strength from them.
Yes,
I learned so much from them too.
And you're such an encourager, and you know, and you have to be an encourager to do what you do.
Right.
And like you said, you when you're being hard, which I'm, you know, I'm trying to picture that, but
well,
but I know what you're saying.
I have 3 younger siblings. You could ask them, because I know I was really hard on them growing up. You know, it's making sure they know how to read, write. You got to study hard. So I think I'm still that way with them. I still call them the little brother, little sister.
Yes, you do.
I do.
In fact, you put up a post on Facebook the other week about your little brother playing soccer, kickball. And I sent a message back and said, your little brother ain't so little anymore.
I know.
But you talked about being of the Catholic faith.
Yes.
And all of us grew up Catholic.
Yes.
Because in the area that we're, St. Mary's County, that, you know, our family is from,
yes,
it's a Catholic community.
Yes.
And then my mom, all of her family is Catholic.
Yes.
And so one thing that we knew was going to happen is we were going to be in church.
That's right.
Come Sunday morning, we were going to be in church.
Yes.
And if we didn't go to Catholic school, we knew that on Saturdays we were going to be in catechism. Right?
That's correct.
And so that faith was instilled in us from an early age.
Yes.
I mean, you know, we did the baptism, the First Holy Communion, the confirmation. What's your confirmation name?
St. Teresa.
And mine is Danielle. And so, just to let you know the kind of effect that the things have, my confirmation name was Danielle because I said at 13, which was confirmation time,
that's right,
I said if I ever have a daughter, I'm going to name her Danielle. And so, as a result, I selected Danielle to be my confirmation name, and I have a daughter named Danielle. Yeah. So, you know, our parents taught us, they taught us things that we have used, even when they didn't realize they were teaching us.
That's right.
Even when they didn't realize, you know, like Daddy, he would sit down with us and we would put together puzzles for hours, just put together puzzles. And Mom would be like, if you come in here with one more puzzle, But what he probably we never even realized was that for me, it was teaching me how to put things together. It was teaching me how to you know, find the pieces and put the, you know, if you're missing a piece of the puzzle, you go find the piece that you need to get it to where it needs to be.
That's right.
And we are rich in that kind of thing
right.
with our family.
Yes, very, very, very prayerful. I mean, you think we would say the rosaries together.
Yes.
You know, and that's all about bringing prayer together. Even, I mean, I've gone to Baptist churches. In fact, my friend that took me to the First Baptist Church of Glenarden, which was so awesome. Oh my, it was just so awesome. It was so proud. It was the prayer there, the spirit,
Right.
the communion,
Right.
You know, everything was just so awesome. So I just thank God that I have that openness that, you know, my parents didn't bring and said, oh, you just have to be a Catholic.
Right.
You know, I still love the Catholic faith and I will probably always be a Catholic, but I really have enjoyed, you know, the richness that it brought me.
Exactly. And so, you know, I too you know, I can go places, I can go to the Catholic Church and still fit right in because it's, you know, it's like riding a bicycle right back home. And I understood what you said about going to other churches and feeling that richness and feeling that, because, you know, we're quiet in the Catholic Church. But we don't have to be quiet in the other churches.
Yes. Well, St. Joseph's Catholic Church, we're
not real quiet, right?
We're not, but it's good. I understand what you're saying.
Right, but it's just such a blessing when I think back about how they had us sitting there as children, and we knew we never kicked or screamed. It was just a part of what we did. And so it became a part of what we do.
That's right. Even growing up as cousins, you know, just always being around each other.
Always
people
around,
thinking we're sisters, and not first cousins or brothers, and, you know, not, you know, cousins.
Yes, we all knew each other.
Right.
We all knew each other, and like I said, we knew what was going on with one another, and we saw each other on a regular basis. If I wasn't at your house on the weekend, I was at one of the other cousins' house on the weekend. So we were a family. Well, we still are a family, but we were a family. And then one of the things that I struggle with now is the family that's the next generation. We don't get together like that, and so, you know, I don't know the nieces and the great nieces and the great great nieces.
But we just have the huge fitness conference.
That's what I told them. I said I'm gonna have to have you come over to the house.
That's right. We'll do a big
fitness have one of them
conference. That sounds like a plan.
In that yard, right?
That's right.
Cook. So I let you come over and do the meal plan.
Oh no, they don't want my meal. Everybody complains.
But yeah, but seriously, I have really been on a mission lately to get the family together. And I just talked with my nieces and nephews this weekend and talked to them exactly about doing that, about trying to get everybody together. And at my house is fine. So that's something that I really want us to work on. And I just really, I admire you.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, and I love you more.
I'm so glad that you're my family.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that you're my friend.
Yes.
Because you always reach out and check on me and make sure I'm okay.
I have to.
And I try to make sure you're okay.
And you do.
And so, you know, it's just, I want you to keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, and I will.
Because you really are saving.
God is willing, I am there.
You are. You're saving lives.
Thank you.
You're saving lives.
Thank
and
you,
I
Ginger.
I so appreciate it.
Yeah.
And you
I'm so humble right now.
And I listen to you.
Yeah.
I listen to you from a health perspective. So don't think because it doesn't look like, or maybe I haven't shown up to one of your, well, I try to get to your events and I can't always get there because of my schedule, but, and all I'm saying to you is, don't feel like because I don't get to your events that I don't believe in what you're doing.
Oh, I know you do.
Or that I don't support what you're doing.
I know you're very supportive,
I
Ginger.
send your stuff out everywhere I can.
I know, that's what you're very supportive. I see that. Thank you.
Again, I want to thank you for coming.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely.
And again, I'm so humble. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love you so much.
I love you more.
All right, go work some bodies, girl. Go work some bodies. This
I will.
Is Ruby Fitness Trainer Bond.
Thank you.
You know, I enjoyed myself here on Sing to the King this evening. I really enjoyed you, Ruby.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again for coming.
You're so welcome.
Just keep sharing with the people.
I will.
Don't be discouraged when folk not doing what you tell them to do. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm going to have you back so that you can come in and show us some simple exercises that we can do to help get us started. Because sometimes the biggest thing is just getting started. Yes.
Awesome, awesome plan.
Yes, yes. So, but until then, until the next time that we see you here on Sing to the King Gospel Artist Showcase, we want you to stay blessed.